Welcome back. So we finished off with a rim, and that's what our end result looks like. And what we're going to do now is go on and start building some other parts. So the next part we're going to build is the chassis or the base. So in this case now I'm going to go up to File, either New here or File. So I'm going to go New, make sure it's a part, not a sketch. Okay, and I'm going to call this one the base, or call it, I don't know, let's call it Sumo base. Okay, and go OK, and my new sketch or my new interface starts. Now what I want to do is always make sure you've maximized it, because otherwise some of the icons and things don't show up the same as in this tutorial. So very basic start. From the top view, go to extrude. I'm going to go into sketch view, so it's 2D. I'm going to make sure that it's a center rectangle. When I click on the arrow, there's different types of rectangles. I want center rectangle. I'm going to make one that's a rectangle, not a square. And come into here, and I'm going to make this to be 3 inches, and I would suggest you follow these numbers, and 4.75. These numbers make sure that your SumoBot actually fits within a 13 by 13 by square that you're allowed. So 5.1 is about 13 centimeters, so 4.75 is a little bit smaller. You can always modify this later. I'm going to click on OK. And for thickness, depending on if you're 3D printing it or laser engraving it, if you're 3D printing it, I'm going to leave it as 0.1. If you use a laser engraver, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's about thick enough, which is 1/10 of an inch. And I'm going to click on OK, and there's my base. Okay, starts off pretty simple. Right, I'm going to add some holes to it now for where the gearbox goes and to actually hold the top to it later. So to start off with, I'm going to click on the surface. Right, it goes dark green. Extrude, as usual. Go back to sketch view. And in here now I'm laid up, and I'm going to put 2 holes down here basically for the gearbox to go. So I'm going to scroll in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. Hold the shift key down, hold the center mouse button down, and move it so it's a little bit bigger. And I'm going to grab a circle, and I'm just going to pick randomly where I want it. So I'm going to click right about there and click OK. Now what I want to do is make some specific distances and sizes here. So I want this one here. If I double click on it, I want the hole to be 0.1. Okay, and what I also want is the center, from the center of the over to the center of the hole. I know that it's supposed to be 1.15. Okay, so that's the gearbox. And then the other one is, you see how it goes kind of from the center up. I'm going to change that dimension, and what I'm going to do is go to normal, and this is normal dimensions, and I'm going to click from the top here to the center right there, and I'm going to left our centermost click now with the scroll button, and I'm going to change that to be, I don't know, let's leave it at 1 inch, see what happens. Okay, we'll put that there. Okay, now I click on OK. So right now I'm going to click select. Okay, now I've got that one hole there. Now what I want to do is mirror it again, just like before. Okay, so I'm going to do the center line, click on the center line, put a center line there, select, highlight it, go to mirror, cross the center line, and there we go. Now what happens is R1, R1, you see they're the same. So if I was to change the diameter of this, let's say to 0.2, it automatically changes the diameter of that one over there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 0.1 because that's what I know I want. Click on OK. You can see that they go out. So I'm going to go to through, and I'm going to reverse direction, remove material. And there we go. There's my 2 holes. Those are for the gearbox to screw down onto. Okay, now I guess over here again on the model tree I want to change my name, so I'm going to call that base. I'm going to call this one here gear box holes. Okay, so, oops, I scoofed that one up. So gear box holes. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is go back to basically I'm going to put 2 more holes up here, and hold down the center to hold the chassis to the eventually against the enclosure or the your body that you're going to put on. Okay, so I'll add 2 more holes. So I'm going to go click on it again, extrude. Okay, I'm going to do sketch view, zoom into it, and I'm going to put a hole up here. And again, I'm going to do 1. Okay, and so there's my hole, and I know that I want it for the screws that we're going to use. It's going to be 0.15. Okay, and I suggest now that I'm going to move it from this edge and this edge. So I go normal dimension, and I'm going to go from the center guy to here, and I want that to be 0.2, and I want from the center to this side and I want that to be 0.2. Okay, whoops, I can see it, yeah, 0.2. Okay, so that's where the hole is going to go, and once again, I'm going to mirror it, so I got the right spot. So go select, actually, sorry, center line first. Grab the center line, put it down, now I select it, highlight it, mirror it to that. There we go. Okay, and the last one I'm going to do is I'm going to put another hole down the center. You can put 2 holes for to actually hold the body on. I'm only going to put 1, so I'm going to put 1 more hole here. Now, if I go, you can actually see it select R. Now let me just zoom in a bit here when I do this. So what happens is as I go, you're going to see it go to R right away. What that means is that radius is matching the ones from above. Okay, so I'm going to do that hole there, so it matches those 2 right away. And I know that for this example, I want the distance from the center of this hole to this upper edge, I want it to be 3.8. Okay, and just follow this. You can always change it later on. Okay, and I'm going to click on OK, and once again there the holes are. Okay, so I'm going to reverse the direction. I'm going to go just through and remove the material, and OK. So there's the base almost complete. The only thing is your chassis might end up rounding the edges over. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to round each one of these edges over. So I'm going to click on round. Okay, and I'm going to grab this edge right there. I'm going to move over to here, and I'm going to hold the shift or the control key down. Grab that edge there. Okay, now I'm going to go up here and scroll around, zoom in. Hold the control key down, grab that edge. You know, so they're all going based on that same size. Then scroll to this one and grab that edge there, hold the control key down. Now what I've done is selected all 4 at the same time. Okay, what I'm going to do now is this number here, I'm going to put it to, I don't know, let's say 0.25, quarter of an inch. Okay, and you can see how I've kind of rounded them all. Okay, and I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to do a bottom view this time. So that's what it looks like in my finished product. Okay, I can go kind of go like that, and that's the base. Okay, and eventually what's going to happen in the next section is you're going to put the gearbox onto here, and then you're going to assemble your wheels onto this. So there's actually no more building until the body is done. So we'll stop right here now.